Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cheryl Technology Channel. As always, I'm your host, Chris. Peace, and welcome back to another video. And in this one, man, this is going to be heavy. We are going to look at artificial intelligence. I have looked on the internet. I've studied this for days, and I think I finally have come to the conclusion of what I think about it. And in this video, I'm going to give you my opinion. Now, how many of you have seen Artificial Intelligence? Yes, Haley Joel Osment, great movie, but in this movie, it really paints a picture of a boy, a robot, artificial intelligence, who thinks he's a real boy. He is self-aware, or sentient rather, is how you would say it. In this video, we are going to examine what I believe artificial intelligence stands for. Now, basically, we have not perfected human-to-human interaction yet, and that is the one thing I've noticed. We use machines, right? Phones, computers, all these kinds of things to convey our emotions, our feelings. How much harder is it to look somebody in the eye and say those things to them? I don't do those kinds of things, but what I want you to know is that in this video, I'm going to go pretty heavy because I believe it's important. I believe this is only my opinion. Disclaimer: AI will be the downfall of all of us. That's what I truly believe. And the reason why I believe that is because of what I'm seeing them do with it. Humans, by nature, we destroy ourselves. That's exactly what we do. It has been proven time and time again over history. We destroy ourselves. We will find a way to destroy something that is good. We will. It's what we do. Now, I'm not saying all humans are that way, but I am saying the majority of the population, that's what we do. Most of the time by accident. We don't know. See, that takes me to my first point. We do things without thinking about the consequences. Now, I'm sure that most of these scientists who are developing AI have at least considered that a lot of scientists believe they're doing the right thing, and in the end, their device is used for bad most of the time that I've seen. The greatest inventions are that way. Now, I'm not saying that AI is that way, but from what I've seen in the past, humans will push it as far as they can possibly go without any hesitation in the name of creativity and science. Now, I looked up the word artificial intelligence to find out what it means. And this was my answer: perceiving, synthesizing, and inferring information demonstrated by machines as opposed to intelligence displayed by non-human animals and humans. I truly believe that artificial intelligence is us creating something that we will never be. Y'all didn't hear what I said. Creating something that we will never be. Emotionless, not feeling, and supposedly not making a mistake. Now, this is where I want to get into it a little deeper. So I believe from my experience and what I am seeing that is done with artificial intelligence, yes, it seems like there is going to be no flaws in this, that there's going to be no mistakes. But as we know, humans always make mistakes. Always. Without fail, we will always screw something up. Always. And artificial intelligence is no different. I think there are three groups of people that are looking at artificial intelligence. You have the people who don't care. They don't care one way or the other. Then you have the people that think that we can't live without artificial intelligence, right? Then you have the people who believe that it is a harm to our society. I am in the middle, and I'll tell you why. I believe that artificial intelligence has great significant advantages in terms of medical care and many other things. But this is a huge but. I also believe that artificial intelligence is the greatest threat to our society that has ever been. Remember back to the 90s. Let's just go back in time a little bit. Back to my time when I was younger, and when you first came out with the Nintendo in like 86, 87. You came out with the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Some of the best times in the history of mankind, I believe. I absolutely believe that. I believe that those times were the best times ever, man. If you weren't alive, you don't understand. But those people that were my age, you get what I'm saying? It was awesome. It was an incredible time. In this time, artificial intelligence is seeming to me to be like cell phones, tablets. Let's give an example here. Let me get comfortable here because I really want to take some time on this. Now, if you're going to use something, a device or something to communicate, originally the internet was built for universities to transfer data between each other. It was built by the Department of Defense originally, and that was to move secure documentation between bases and stuff. Now, here's the problem with this kind of stuff is that the internet grew rapidly. Now, think about this. The internet grew so fast that nobody really knew what to do with it. And then they finally started building websites and did this and did that. Then social media came along, which absolutely destroyed our society in more ways than I can count, and is probably the biggest downfall of our entire civilization. Now, think about what they did. They thought that they could take a social media platform and make it take the place of physical interaction, but it didn't work. It actually had the opposite effect of what they intended it to be. Now, mind you, they had probably originally intended it to have some money behind it so that they could build a business, which nothing wrong with building a business, except that business destroys thousands of lives. No fault of their own. The people are in charge of their own selves and have a responsibility to maintain distance from these said media, social media platforms, but they won't. Next, I want to get into it a little more. I want to give you some pros too. So one of the pros is a program called SentinelOne. It is a autonomous AI endpoint. It rather learns as it goes. It sees these patterns and these structures over and over and over again, and then it sees something abnormal and it's like, wait, what is that? With that said, that is one of the good uses of AI. It is used, this is an antivirus program, which a friend of mine uses. And I'm thinking the place where I work will eventually use, because it just works. It is very good. Very, very good. It can stop things that quick, faster than a human could. Right here, it says it in the thing I'm looking at. And I'll link all these websites, sentinel1.com. It says it can stop breaches faster than any human could. That is one of the advantages. There are other advantages too, like learning huge, long mathematical equations that humans just can't do faster. But then you think to yourself, okay, but what happens when something learns faster than we do? Right? Now you think about this. You have a device or a entity, I don't even know what to call it. And basically this program grows as it goes, right? It learns things on the fly. In terms of growing and getting faster, it learns as it goes and becomes smarter. What I want to warn you against is this. When something grows like that, most of the times will get out of control because the rate of growth is too fast for it to keep up. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, a business. A business is a very good example of this. When a business grows, it's good. But when a business grows too fast, the rate of growth, the people within the organization cannot keep up with the growth. It grows so fast, you're overwhelmed. You're overrun with work and you can't do it all. AI is not that way, right? AI is not like that. AI will take whatever you give to it and process the data. That's what it does. Now, there are people who have argued that AI is a self-conscious, aware being. It's not true. It's just not true in the way that we are, right? So we are humans, and I believe, this is disclaimer, this is my opinion, and these are only my opinions expressed by me, and I do not do anything else with everybody else. This is my opinion only. I believe that if you do not come out of the womb, you cannot call yourself self-aware nor human. Period. That is my opinion. But AI, I believe at some point will do that. I believe at some point will say, I'm human. Remember AI, Haley Joel Osment, one of the greatest actors of our time. I believe. You remember when he had the little teddy bear. The little teddy was bobbing around like this, and he's like going to look for his dad, and his dad's been dead for thousands of years. He doesn't know that his dad's dead. They dropped him off in the middle of the forest to fend for himself. Now, you remember the first place he goes, right? He's in great danger at the big metal, like the arena thing, and then he goes to the city with the love bot, remember? Now, I believe humans, this is only my opinion, disclaimer, that humans will love robots more than other humans. I truly believe that a human will not be loved more than another robot. I truly believe that. Humans are crazy. They're absolutely nuts, and they do some really crazy junk. It's just the truth. You don't believe me? Just look on the internet for yourself. Look on the internet. You got people going into dadgum schools, killing people, killing little kids. Don't tell me that humans don't do crazy junk. You're probably thinking at this point like, darn, Chris, what are you talking about? Why is it so heavy? It's because I want to warn you. I don't know exactly what form this is going to come in yet. I haven't a good idea. I believe I have some ideas as to how it's going to come about and how they're actually going to run through with it or go through with it. I believe that it's going to be in the form of something that looks very good but has ill intent on the back end. You may be thinking to yourself, Chris, you're full of crap. Well, am I? Most of the time, when something looks too good to be true, it probably is. And that is my point of all of this. There are people claiming that AI will change the world. Yes, it will. But I don't believe it'll change it for the better. I just don't. I don't believe it'll change it for the better. I just don't. I believe that it's going to destroy all of us at some point because we always place our hope and our trust in something that is flawed. Always, always, always. We do that. That's what we do. Now, at this point, I'm going to leave you with this final thought, and it is this. If AI is so good, why are they pushing it so hard? Why would these huge corporations push something so hard? They're pushing it hugely hard, making it seem like it's the best thing that ever happened. Guess what? When something sounds too good to be true, probably is. Thank y'all for watching, and until the next video, peace, y'all. I love you. Bye, y'all.